Hey guys, Elliot Bive here with Fight2Unite here at Pure BJJ in Hamilton with Professor Rick Ammendolia, one of the OGs in the Ontario Jiu-Jitsu scene. Rick, you've been doing Jiu-Jitsu for how long now?
It started around like 98, 99.
Okay, yeah, so a good 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And you're a big part of the sport as it's kind of grown globally. Tell us what you've seen in the local scene in your time in Jiu-Jitsu.
A lot more people competing, a lot more gyms opening. The scene in Canada is booming. You know, it's really growing. I'm always a big critic of it, but it's because I love it. It's like I give it that tough love. I want to try to always push more black belts to compete and bring more star power to Canada. But man, it's blowing up. Like, you know, when I first started, I was training at the only gym in town. Now there's probably like 6 academies here in Hamilton, so it's growing exponentially for sure.
And where do you see it going in the next 5 to 10 years in Canada?
I just continual growth. Hopefully, maybe some new leadership will kind of come into play to kind of help it take the next step. Not just grow in numbers of people at academies or at tournaments, but also get more recognition, maybe into the school boards, or have Canadian national team going to like really important tournaments like the Worlds or ADCC Worlds, stuff like that. So it's baby steps. We've come a long way, and I think it's only going to get better.
Very cool. And how did you get kind of involved with? I know you do commentary for the Mundials and at Abu Dhabi. How did that all come together?
So for commentary, I started doing some stuff here locally at the Fight Network. I hooked them up with footage from the Abu Dhabi World Pro in 2009. I went and did commentary because they didn't have anyone to do commentary Jiu-Jitsu at Fight Network. So I did that, and then kind of one thing led to another. I started doing some commentary for Grapplers Quest, and then eventually just more events started hiring me, and it just kind of snowballed. So
now it's like a full-time profession for you.
It's the commentating is not full-time, but I do it almost once a month worldwide. So it's a lot of time for sure.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
And you're actually the first, is that right? The first black belt under the Mendes brothers?
Yeah. So I was we associated with them in 2010. I got my black belt a couple years after. And I was the first black belt under them. It's been an awesome association. They're geniuses, and we've been very blessed to have that association, not just with them, but with Atos in general, with Andre and a lot of those other guys. We get to exchange a lot of technique and knowledge, so we're really, really fortunate to be affiliated with them for sure.
What are your personal goals in Jiu-Jitsu in the next 5 to 10 years?
Stay healthy.
Right.
knee surgery.
Oh no.
I want to eventually compete again, like locally. Just give myself some little goals, as opposed to just training randomly. But those are kind of the 3 biggest things. I got family now, so my goals have sort of shifted. Right. But I definitely want to help the growth of Jiu-Jitsu here. Talking to different promoters lately. Giving them my advice because I get to see all the best tournaments around the world, and just giving them some feedback. Some of the promoters are very open-minded, some of them not so much, but that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, thank you for your time. Hopefully we'll get a chance to take a look at the technique in a few minutes, and
let's do it. All right, thanks, Elliot.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Hey guys, Professor Riccardo Ammendolia here. We're with Justin from Atos Hamilton, Pure Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm going to show you guys a couple techniques. 2 of the favorite ones I like to do. And the first technique is from the half guard. It's a pretty common position. Even if you don't want to end up in half guard, people are forcing you to it. So it's good to have some sort of options from there, a little bit of a system. And I like this technique because it's very practical. When the people force you to half guard, there's a number of different ways they can try to pass, like left, right, forward. But sometimes when they know you have a good half guard, they try to stand and back away. So it's not too many techniques out there that really address that. So that's what I'm going to show you today. Okay, so we're going to be here inside the half guard. I have my hand inside the collar. My elbow is going to be inside my knee. I'm going to be holding the sleeve here. Try to have your knee kind of elevated to block his hip from passing your leg and smashing you. Okay. Always try to also hold this wrist here. It's super important so they don't get the crossface here. So you're holding here, and usually if your hand's inside the collar, it's because you're going to attack. If I was defending, I would just put it on his shoulder, okay? So I'm going to be here in this position, and like I said, my partner has a lot of different options to pass, but maybe during the sparring or during the fighting, he tried left, right, and forward. They didn't seem to work. So a common option is the opponent will stand. So they're gonna take 2 steps and stand up, and you're just gonna follow them. This leg here, really important, you just kind of glue your foot to the hip and here. Continue to maintain grips, and as he stands up, go 1 and 2, you just follow him. You're gonna put your foot on the hip, square up, elevate your hips. Okay, you're gonna hold here for a second, then you're gonna kick your leg forward and drag his face across. What that's gonna do is break his posture. The technique's not over here. You have 2 options from here that normally happen. One is to finish the omoplata, which is turning in, grabbing, and kicking forward. Okay? Or a second good option is you're gonna slide your arm underneath, cupping this arm, drop your knee inside the little hole here, and then you're gonna swivel this leg through, and you can extend for the armbar. Okay? If the person rolls over, go, roll just, boom. You continue to hold, slide your foot under the head, lift up, and finish. Okay, one more time. So we're here. So remember, elbow inside the knee to prevent him from smashing. If it's outside, like this, he's gonna use his shoulder to smash, yeah. So I like to put my elbow just inside to kind of make a wedge here. My foot stays on the hip. I like my foot on the hip because I can kick up and go for the underhook if I want to, if I'm gonna try different techniques. But in this instance, my partner's gonna stand up, go, 1, I'm gonna put my foot on the hip, raise my knees up and square. It's really important that you lift your hips up off the floor to create that kind of pulling and pushing tension. This position is kind of stuck here. Now I'm gonna drag this hand here as I kick this leg through, here, boom, okay? I don't wanna stay on my side, I have to get kind of on my back and parallel, so I'm gonna switch my grips. 1, 2, here, and sit up. And now I have the regular omoplata finish. If I want to and I feel like I can't get them down, I'm gonna circle this arm underneath, grab his forearm, drop my knee in the hole between his knee and his shoulder, and then this leg is gonna come up and inside it. So I'm gonna pull, and I have the first arm bar. If they roll, which they happen to do a lot, I'm just gonna continue to maintain. I like to put my foot behind the head, and I'm gonna stretch his arm towards me and slowly finish the second arm bar. All right, guys, so it's 2 options from the half guard when the person's standing. Hope you guys enjoy, and if you try it out, post it online. Let's check it out.